I don't think so. Seafloor, river. It's definitely not told toward the sky. That makes no sense. It's Pokemon. That's like Tron Future Terminator courtroom. I guess we'll go with Scottish courtroom. As I guess Hadrianna's country of origin is Scotland. She's been extradited. All right. So the defendant can take the stand. We got the prosecutor, Daenerys Targaryen, the Pidgey. We got her defense attorney, Emmy. Just bought a lot of Emmys. And then we got General Rodriguez, who also works part-time as a coroner. So she's gonna go ahead and examine Hoothoot's body right now. Alright, I think this, this as pretty much examined. Alright. Then we'll have I guess you're out of Pokemon that can fight. Alright, I guess we gotta go to the Pokemon Center. Because I think probably the prosecution wants to call General Rodriguez as a witness. Alright, it's beautiful. Alright, let's go into the courtroom. Oh, I've seen 6 Pokemon, blah blah blue blue. I guess I'm gonna be the judge or something. Or maybe, I guess General Rodriguez is both the judge and like a general and a coroner and a witness. I guess, yeah, because it's like a court-martial, so I guess it would make sense for a general to be a witness. Alright, so will the prosecution bring his opening statement? Alright, so Daenerys is gonna be like, I clearly saw in the battle that was fought between the defendant and the now deceased plaintiff, Pete, that this evil creature here, known as Hadrianna, with evil eyes that can clearly be seen in Exhibit AB, which will be shown later on, that she, with intent, murdered Pete. That's our opening statement. Rabble, 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 rabble. Alright, silence in the court. Will the defense attorney please make their opening statement? Oh, with pleasure. Yes, we will. Now, the prosecution has clearly given a completely false and falsified and very, very bad account of what happened today. As can clearly be seen on page 14 of the records, there was originally much suspicion around another character called Meryl, who attempted to murder the defendant. This can clearly be seen in all records by all witnesses. Thank you very much. I think it was clearly Meryl who committed this crime. All right, so we have our opening statement. Will the prosecution please bring in we'll start bringing witnesses? I will indeed start bringing witnesses, Mr. Judge. And this first witness, I call General and Judge and Coroner Rodriguez, in her expert opinion as a coroner. Oh, why, thank you. All right. Well, I clearly, as mentioned before, completely agree with the assessment by the prosecution, as we can clearly see from the body of Pete. If we look at the body, like this, you can clearly see that on the backside there have been signs of blunt force trauma. Now, as we saw in the battle between Meryl and the others and our good friend Pete, who is now dead, Meryl used a water gun attack, as can be seen on our very old friend Jigglypuff, who is now wet. Now, why would a water gun cause blunt force trauma? That is something which would only be caused by an attack like Feign Attack, to the back of the head. Therefore, this is clearly evidence that the committer and culprit of this heinous crime is very clearly the defendant sitting right there, also known as Purrlion, also known as Hadrianna. Thank you very much. Yeah. Alright, well, you heard the witness. In his expert opinion as a coroner, all the evidence seems to be pointing towards you, Hadrianna, being the murderer. And I also want to call your attention to Exhibit B. If we look clearly at the picture, which is being streamed right now at Jigglypuff Reggie's channel on twitch.tv/WigglytuffReggie, you can clearly see that our defendant, Hadrianna, has red eyes and a very evil-looking smile, showing that she clearly has motive to kill Pete. So that's just terrible. It's evidence against her. Alright. Well, it's looking pretty bad for you right now, Hadrianna. I think the defense might have something to... It's gonna have to try pretty hard to fight against this. Well, we are indeed. However, at first, I would like to bring up a very important point, which is that the judge of this case, who is also the coroner, objection, objection sustained. That is clearly not a conflict of interest. Objection, objection, wait, what's the word? Sustained, right? Oh, wait, shit, that's not the right word. Actually, that was not what I was going to bring up at all. I was going to bring up that the judge of this case was late to the appointment, and therefore, the expert coroner opinions is null and void. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, no, that... Wait, what? Yeah. If the witness and judge in general is also late, then, yeah, that's actually correct. So we can't actually bring that into evidence. However, what we can bring into evidence is that the previously suspected Meryl with a water gun and that does bear a much closer resemblance to another member who was there rather than the defendant. Not only that, but on the defendant's body you will clearly find a dive ball. Wait, what? That was not there when we last examined. Oh, I think you're wrong on that, Mr. or Miss Daenerys Targaryen. As we can clearly see, the defendant has a dive ball on their person. Now, dive balls might contain water. This might be a clever ruse created by Meryl. What do you have to say about that, Miss Prosecutor? Objection. This dive ball can clearly not be brought into evidence as it was not brought up in the preliminary discussions of the trial. Well, actually, objection. It clearly can be brought up as evidence because it was obtained through legal measures, as a general's word in the court-martial always brings good luck. Objection! However, this is a Scottish court, and in Scottish court, the general's opinion bears no bearing, only the admiral's does. Oh shit, she's right. Yeah, actually, that's correct, Mr. Defendant. It's, you're gonna have to come up with something else to win this case here, or it's looking like the defendant's going to jail. Plus, I mean, look, the thing is, I don't think the defendant's guilty, but if the defendant didn't commit the crime, then who did commit the crime? Then, you know, this is gonna be hard for you, because you need to prove that someone else is guilty of this crime. Oh, but I am able to bring up that someone else is guilty of this crime. What? 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 Oh, yes, I am. Objection. It clearly can't be me. Objection. I wasn't going to say that it was you. Oh, dude, this is getting spicy right here. Because the one who committed the crime of killing Pete was me!